Hey ladies and gents, it's that time of the year. It's time for Isaac's Recap's Melbourne Cup Day tips. It just feels like yesterday where we heard Mark Zahra, a Melbourne Cup champion, and the great race, the race that stops the nation, is upon us once again. And it's time for my selections and analysis. Drop yours in the comments below, like this video, share it out to your friends and family, and most of all, enjoy the day of racing because it's going to be a sensational card at Flemington. Race 7 is the Melbourne Cup, and let's get straight into it. Number 18, I've been with this horse for most of the year. I've been saying it will have a very nice run in the Melbourne Cup and go close to winning it. Interpretation, T.O. Nugent on board. It's been in my black book for quite some time, currently at $21. At the start of the year, was way more than that. I'm talking $300 or more probably. And in, recent months, probably 50 to 1. Now it's at 21. Look, bolted home on the outside in the Geelong Cup, a brilliant run and a great lead into the Melbourne Cup. He has to be patient in the Cup on Tuesday, and he has to peel to the outside with about 800 metres to go. Now, I want to quickly take you back to one of my Black Book notes on the 16th of September, where I wrote, last year ran on well in the Cup after winning the Bendigo Cup. Prior to that, had a bolting run on the outside in the Bart Cummings. If Interpretation gets a chance in the Bart Cummings this year and goes well, definitely a lock for the race that stops the nation. 5th of October, it ran well in the Bart Cummings, got to the outside, picked up ground, hit the line stylishly. Interpretation is one of my top picks for the Cup on Tuesday. His run last year was brilliant in this race, sat back for pretty much the entire race and needed to wait until the 400 metre mark to get right to the outside, get clear air and charge home. With a run like that, I tell you who he reminded me of, the Mighty Mare, Very Elegant, where she ran in the Melbourne Cup in 2020. And, had no luck, finally got to the outside late, charged home, finishing the race well, and she went on to win the Melbourne Cup the following year in 2021. Interpretation, I think it could have a storyline like Very Elegant. It has improved this year, it has been progressive, and, look, it's his to win on Tuesday. I'm really hoping he wins. I've loved his preparation. I've loved this horse for the last couple of years. He's always a fighter. He's always strong in the finish. And on Tuesday, I reckon he can be again. All the best to Kieran Ma and the team with the Interpretation. Another pick of mine, Circle of Fire, number 3, has proven he can run at this distance, winning the Sydney Cup earlier this year. A great position and speed in that race. He maintained a very nice position and speed there. In the straight was very strong, running through the line for the win. I didn't mind its run in the Turnbull. It was a wet track that day. And look, the rest of them were too quick for him. I'm talking like horses like Via Sistina, Buckaroo and a couple others. I'm forgiving that run. Mark Zahra, a great chance to do this three-peat for the Melbourne Cup. That would be incredible. That would be a story for the ages. And if Circle of Fire wins, I can't wait to hear the race call by Matt Hill because it's going to be an iconic call, as it always is. Number 9, Absurde, is one of my other selections. Kieran McAvoy on board, a shorter priced horse in the race. Had a brilliant run in the Cup last year, and although he got caught, still showed he can run the 3,200 metres well. Had a great jockey on board that year in Zach Purden, and this year gets another brilliant jockey in Kieran McAvoy. Last start was good, winning the Chester Stakes, which is just under 3,000 metres. A very good international horse who can run well on Tuesday in the Cup. If you're looking for a massive boil-over, this 6-year-old gelding from the Trent Busselton and Natalie Young team can deliver. Mostly cloudy. Karis Teaton on board the Mauritian Marvel. 50 kilos, mostly cloudy, lightweight. Probably been the horse in this field who has been calling out for 3,200 metres for a very long time. Finally gets back to this distance. 2nd in the Brisbane Cup, 6th in the Sydney Cup. Likes the track, likes a good 4 or so. So being on a dry track is a massive tick. It will go well on the Cup. In the Cup, I should say. Unforgiving last start in the Bart Cummings. Missed the jump and was at the end of the field for most of the race. If you're looking for a boil-over, as I mentioned, it's mostly cloudy and could be the bolter like Shiraz was last year in the Cup. Shout out to number 9, Athabaskan. Hope it runs well for Connections. Brings the Sydney form after winning the St. Ledger. Ran 2nd in the Archer Stakes at Flemington last year. And what a story it would be for young Zach Lloyd. to win a Melbourne Cup. Not only that, but to just have a very nice ride on Athabascan, maybe come in for the minors. Looking at the two favourites, I'm staying away from Vauban. Buckaroo's probably the best out of the two. Enormous run in the Caulfield Cup, and recent years show if you come second or so in the Caulfield Cup, you're destined for a great run in the Melbourne Cup. Look, the distance is a query for me for Buckaroo. I'm not too confident with him at that distance, but nonetheless, he's been very good, probably the best informed horse heading into the Melbourne Cup, and on the biggest races of them all, I'm sure he can deliver, especially with the Magic Man on board. If you're looking, so I'll just repeat my top four. Interpretation, Circle of Fire, Absurde, and Mostly Cloudy. Obviously, I've given a shout out to Athabascan and obviously Buckaroo. I'll probably put Buckaroo in the exotics. You know what? I might actually do a boxed Quinella. That's maybe the way I'd lean with it. Having Interpretation, Circle of Fire, Absurd, Mostly Cloudy, and Buckaroo, one of the favourites. Why not? Don't worry. I'm not only giving you my analysis for the race that stops the nation, but also a few other races that I like. And starting off with the first in the Dali Maribyrnong Plate, the Group 3, 1,000 metres, number 1, Shining Smile. Jump out to good in the lead up to his debut. I loved his debut at Flemington. Look, handled the track well, had a good run. The Hayes team, they have a very nice 2-year-old colt on their hands. If you're looking for a couple roughies, number 6, Red Baron, loved its recent jump outs on debut, could cause a boil over on Tuesday. Benny Allen on board could work his magic. Number 9, Tycoon Star, another roughie, liked its jump out. Look, could go bang on debut and really be the star shining out of this field. So, Shining Smile, my top pick for the first at Flemington, and as I mentioned, the roughie 6 and the 9. Race 2, the Tab Trophy, Lavalier is one of my picks. Loved its run in the Superimposed Stakes at this track and trip. 2 runs back, Jamie Carr on board. I think Lavalier can have a very nice run, and looking forward to seeing this 3-year-old colt for James Cummings in 2025, not only on Tuesday, but next year as well. If you're looking for a roughie in the race, Hot Majesty, last 31, been gradually increasing with distance and has proved, he's a very nice colt and a progressive colt. Race 3, the Sub-Zero Handicap. I love seeing the Greys at headquarters. Just quickly, Cloudland, the favourite, should be very good on the day, should win, can be ridden well, sit back in a nice spot and come home hard down the straight. And with a jockey like J-Mac on board, look, it should be a picture-perfect ride. Ascension to hit the line well for me because I'm going to watch him closely in 2025. Quickly, race 4, the Schwepper-Vessens Plate, 1,000 metres. Blue Stratum's a roughie, ran on Cup Day last year and came second, just getting beaten by Dublin Down in the Maribyrnong Plate. Blue Stratum probably locked itself in at the 1,000 metres. It is its preferred distance. I love seeing a jockey like Harry Coffey on board. I think it's a great horse and jockey combo. He'll be strong in the finish on Tuesday, Blue Stratum. Dublin Down can get the job done, especially with Zach Purden on board. Drawing the inside barrier on the straight track at Flemington. Not going to lie, I did scratch my head a bit looking at the form when analysing Dublin Down, but dropping back to the 1,000 metres is a positive, and I'm sure he'll have a very nice run. So, the 1 and the 2 in the Schwepper-Vessens Plate for me. The Furphy Plate, just quickly, race 6, Apulia, the favourite, should go well, thoroughly deserves to be favourite, has been brilliant in form. Number 3, Midnight Blue, is a roughie, a bit of a roughie. He loves his distance, but the record at Flemington's poor, so I'm steering away from it, maybe come in for the minors, but as I said, doesn't really like headquarters, that's for sure. All my tips are on my social media, at Isaac's Recap, on Instagram and Facebook, on my story, in the lead up to the great race in the Melbourne Cup. So, I'll leave you with one of my last tips in the Amanda Elliott, number 8, Chewing Gum. 2 runs back at Sandown. Struggled to pick up ground and just could not find any luck having a good kick in the straight. Sensational run last start and flew home in the last 200 metres. Been improving, been a progressive 3-year-old filly for the Hayes boys. Many are underestimating her, and they shouldn't be, because she's been awesome to watch, and she's been so progressive throughout this preparation. She's at around $10 currently and is great value. She's one of my best value selections of the day. Chewing Gum in the Amanda Elliott at the 1,400 metres. Definitely one to watch. Been in my black book for a couple months now. I'm absolutely loving her. She's brilliant. And that's where I'll leave you, because it's going to be a great race. Make sure to drop your tips in the comments below. And as I mentioned, for all my tips for every race, not only for Flemington for Melbourne Cup Day, but also for the big dance up in Sydney. I can't wait. Get your groove on, ladies and gentlemen. The big dance is going to be sensational. I'll give you all my tips in a graphic format on my stories, Isaac's Recaps on Instagram and Facebook. Chuck me a follow if you haven't already. Enjoy the great day, the great race, and there's history. You know, someone's going to etch their name in history. And don't you love it? Because this field, anything can happen in the Melbourne Cup. It's anyone's to win. Anyone has a chance. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, and share it out to your friends and family. If you are taking punt, good luck. And as always, gamble responsibly. If you liked that video, make sure to like, comment, and share it out to your friends and family. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, that'd be much appreciated. And for more sporting content, head to my Facebook page and also my Instagram page. Make sure to give us a follow there at Isaac's Recap. Enjoy the races.